This is a message from Joseph P. Firmage.
My fellow citizens, my name is Joseph P. Firmage, candidate for President of the United States for 2024. Today I want to talk to you about one of the most pressing issues facing our nation: immigration, migrants, and the grave challenge at our nation's southern border. This is not a new issue, nor is it an easy one. For centuries, people from all over the world have come to this land of opportunity, seeking freedom, prosperity, and a better life for themselves and their families. A great many of our ancestors were among them, including some of my own. Some of us are indeed engaged in getting their citizenship, including a relative by marriage of mine. We are a nation of immigrants, and we are stronger because of it. But we also face challenges and conflicts as a result of immigration. We have seen record numbers of migrants arriving at our southern border in the past year, fleeing violence, poverty, and instability in their home countries. We have witnessed the humanitarian crisis that has unfolded as our immigration system has been overwhelmed by the influx of people seeking a better life, protection, and in some cases asylum. We've heard debates and divisive rhetoric that have polarized our population and our politics and our society on this issue. We cannot ignore these realities, nor can we afford to be paralyzed by them. We need to act with compassion and courage to address the root causes of migration, reform our broken immigration system, and find a fair and humane way to integrate migrants into our society. Most of all, we must ensure that we enhance the well-being of our cities and our states along the southern border in particular. I'm announcing today, and will be expanding upon and with details in coming months, a top priority for a Firmage administration to come. I shall be proposing the New Immigration Cities Endowment Act, the NICE Act, if you will, to the U.S. Congress in my first term as your president. The NICE Act will jointly fund each of the 50 states that choose to participate in the creation or adoption of a new immigration city, literally to create a new city, as a resurrection of the idea and ideals of Ellis Island and Avalon from the late 1800s and early 1900s, when immigration hit its pace. I will propose the first 8 states: California, Florida, Alabama and Arizona, New Mexico and Mississippi, Louisiana and Texas. Let me explain in more detail what my plan is all about, specifically the problems it's designed to solve. First, we need to tackle the root causes of migration. Many of the migrants who come to our border are escaping violence, corruption, and economic collapse in their home countries, especially in Haiti, Venezuela, and Central America. These are complex and long-standing problems that require regional cooperation and international assistance, in some cases escalating all the way to a treaty. We cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of our neighbors, nor can we expect them to solve all of their own problems, nor can we ours. We need to work together with our allies and partners to support their democracies, human rights, and development in these countries, to help them create the conditions for peace and prosperity that will allow and motivate their people to stay and thrive in their own lands. Second, the majority of immigrants are not fleeing their nation seeking asylum in fear of their lives, nor are most of them criminals. Surely not. They are applying in the main to seek to become American citizens, to enjoy what we have built in our great country. We need to reform our broken immigration system, and in this address to you, I will propose a new renaissance in immigration affairs. For too long, our Congress has failed to pass comprehensive immigration reform that would modernize our laws, secure our borders, protect our workers, and provide a pathway to citizenship for the millions of undocumented immigrants who live and contribute to our country. We need to end the gridlock and the partnership that has prevented us from finding a lasting solution to this issue. We need to recognize that immigration is not a zero-sum game, but a win-win proposition for our economy, our security, and our values. We need to create a fair and orderly process that respects the rule of law, honors the dignity of every person, and reflects the diversity and dynamism of our nation. Immigration is not only a moral duty, but also an economic necessity. Immigrants provide several benefits to the United States that outweigh the costs of their presence. They fill many low-paying jobs that most Americans are not willing to work or cannot, including agriculture, construction, hospitality, and domestic services, as well as some roles in healthcare, education, and technology. They are 80% more likely than native-born Americans to become entrepreneurs, creating new businesses that generate jobs, income, and taxes for the country, and accounting for nearly 30% of new businesses in 2020. In fact, more than 40% of Fortune 500 companies were founded by immigrants or their children as of 2017. Immigrants also enhance the human capital of the United States by bringing diverse skills and talents and perspectives that complement those of native-born workers. They increase the educational attainment of the U.S. population as a whole by being more likely to have a college degree or higher, as well as less likely than native-born Americans to have less than high school diploma. They also enrich the cultural and social fabric of the country by introducing new languages, cuisines, arts, and traditions that foster creativity, tolerance, and the pluralism that makes America so unique. Third, we need to find a fair and humane way to integrate migrants into our society. We cannot simply deport or detain millions of people who fled their homes in search of safety and opportunity, nor can we ignore their legal rights under U.S. and international law and treaties. We cannot morally deny them access to basic services of education and health care, and access to shelter and food when needed, as they come and go through the process of becoming citizens. We need to help them survive and thrive if they can go through the process properly. We best not overlook their contributions as taxpayers, consumers, and community members, of course. We cannot treat everyone as criminals when they cross the border, nor everyone as a threat, nor scapegoat them for problems that they as individuals did not cause. We, of course, need to prosecute those who are guilty of such crimes. We need to treat immigrants as human beings with responsibilities and inalienable rights, and as new members of the American family as they go through the process properly, who can enrich our culture, strengthen our communities by filling labor gaps, and revitalizing our industries by creating new markets. We need to help them learn English and offer them opportunities to learn and improve on other languages as well, to acquire skills and recognize their existing capabilities, to find jobs that match their talents and aspirations, and pay them fair wages in the process. I'm announcing today, and will be expanding with details in coming months, a new proposal to bring a new renaissance to the challenge of immigration in America.
Vermage for president.